So, how's it going? How's it going? Right back at you. Just want to take a brief moment. It's Friday, so I'm not going to take a whole lot of time today. But you know, uh, when I first started, as you can see, my book, never envisioned how many people really will really buy the book. A lot of people tell me that they want to get into this industry in regards to the cargo van and the box truck, and I'm getting a lot of people asking questions. What van should you use? What are the pros and cons with this business? Hearing people bashing other people vehicles, and then so what I will say, don't bash any vehicle, right? Because what I will say is that when I see people say that Ram ProMasters, which is something that I have, right? I would stand behind Ram ProMaster. One is that the Ram ProMaster hasn't given me any problems. Two is the reason why it hasn't given me any problem is that I change the oil, I change things when they are when the maintenance calls for them. One of the things people don't realize is that when you get to a certain mileage, when you're talking about 60,000 to 80,000, you should be getting a tune-up. And people are not tuning their vehicles up, right? Another thing is that people saying their transmission are going bad in the Ram ProMaster. Hey, you know what? Read your cargo van shouldn't be pulling no more than 2,500 in a Ram ProMaster. It is a front wheel drive, not a rear wheel drive. So when it's a front wheel drive, it is pulling on your axle in the front wheel. You have the Sprinters and you have the Transit. They are rear wheel drive. So when you have a rear wheel drive, a lot of times, what I'm hearing is that you can pull 3,500 to 4,000 pounds. But what I will tell you is that when you are pulling and with a Ram ProMaster, you going over that 2,500 pounds, you are asking for a lot of trouble. Stay right at your capacity, what the loads are telling you. Same way where I had a friend that had some Sprinters, and his turbos went bad, right? His transmission went bad, is because it's not a box truck. You got to keep in mind as well that if you are, if you have to factor in your weight, you have to factor in other things that you are carrying in that vehicle, right? So if you wearing just say 250 and you got other things in your vehicles, if you got another person wearing 130 pounds, 140 pounds, now that's before you even put the cargo load in perspective, right? So be careful in terms of what you hear from other people, right? What I will tell you is, in this book, where can I find cargo loads in chapter 4, right? It tells you some of the things what you can do, right? It also tells you in chapter 4 your property damage. It's just so much. Your insurance, the factoring, right? And so this is in chapter 3. Chapter 2 tells you about classification of a legal structure of your business. Basically mean, are you going to do sole proprietorship, or are you going to do LLC, or are you going to do S Corp, or are you going to do C Corp, right? So I'm not going to get I'm not going to get into that, but it also tells you your liability, right? Tell you your taxations, and so that's very important when you're establishing your business, and that's just basically telling you your legal structure of your company. So 5 is really where you can get a lot of your questions asked. So what are the best cargo vans and box trucks? Saving fuel, reliability, brands, space, advantages, shortcoming, Mercedes, Ford Transit, the Ram ProMaster, Chevy Express, GMC van, and so it breaks down those vans, what you need. So this is really important, guys. I'm gonna tell you. I had someone tell me, well, you know, in your book, you could have brought. Look, it's only 56 pages. So I put in there the nut and bolts, right? And keep in mind, it said it is a simple guide to setting up your cargo van business. That's all it is, guys. You know, it's with 50-some pages, I have 7 chapters, 56 pages. And so, you know, everything is in this book that you need, the simple guide. And that's what it is. It is a guide, and it's not a dictionary, right? It's not, and then so, keep in mind, you know, I'm only explaining this because I had some people say, well, you know, you could have put more in there. Yeah, I could have put more, but it's a simple guide, guys. Right now, I think we approaching over 300 people have bought this guide within the last 4 or 5 months, right? That's an average. About 50 copies are being sold every month. You know, I am blessed and beyond blessed to say that, you know, in the last 2 months alone, we have sold 65 books last month, and then 62 the previous month. And so before that, we was right at about 40, 45. And then so I'm hoping this month that we can hit the threshold of 75 to 100 books, you know, and that's major, you know. It's major to me because I'm self-published. You know, I didn't go through a publishing company, right? You know, what I did was got the materials, researched the materials, talked to individuals, and I put this in this book, right? So I appreciate everybody. I'm grateful. I won't take anything lightly. But what's to come is that, you know, I want to be in a position that we can do conventions, right? We can have sponsorships. I would love to have Mercedes and Ram ProMaster and the Ford Transit, the Ford Motor Company, all on the one, bringing their vehicles, right? And at a convention where they are my sponsors, right? I would love to have some of the major companies that, like the auto parts stores, become sponsors, right? I would love to have, you know, it's a lot of them out there, but you know, just to throw a couple out there, AutoZone. I would love to have AutoZone, and if they can hear me and they want to be a sponsor, you know, I would love for them to be a sponsor. Amazon, I would love for Amazon to be a sponsor, right? Costco's, you know, these are the companies that have paved the way, and so if they, you know, if they can help get our community going in terms of the cargo van and the box trucks, we appreciate it. That being said, it is Friday. I took up more time than